Wednesday coming in hot. Kyle just comes into the live stream holding sneakers and sneaker laces. We have talking about the strike, of course, talking about Doc Martens today because it's good. And we're talking about all these panel prep meetings.
Look,
what were you holding up? Hold it back up. What do you got?
This is
show the people.
Look, so
and
this
describe
is
it for the
new
people
Pumas.
on the podcast.
I'm a Puma guy, right? So this is the new Pumas. They got the OG, the little gold Puma right there, the OG full swipe, white base.
Is that called a swipe?
Yeah, I don't know. And then, see, I'm a soccer guy, so this is like the full leather with the soccer lacing on the top. And I'm like, so many color combinations with the laces.
He texted me last night. He's like, what am I going to do with this?
But I think I'm going with the white on black laces with the black.
That's a good call. I didn't want to influence your decision, but that was my first instinct.
There we go.
Was the white laces.
We got to figure it out. We're talking shoes on both ends of the thing. Paul, we were on panel prep calls yesterday. It was nuts. I had 3 of them, which is nuts.
That is nuts. And, I had 1. I have 3 today.
Yeah.
So explain to people, panel prep calls.
So
ASOTU CON is next week. And we curate these panels, and then we have prep meetings with the people involved to get people comfortable with one another and just see where it goes. Continue.
Yep. So basically what we do is the goal is to like get them talking just long enough where we're like, okay, we got something to go on. And then we're like, whoa, save it for the panel. Because all of a sudden, like everybody's like pile on the topic. Everybody's like, oh, let me tell you about it in one time. And this is the thing and I'm working on. And we're like, yes, this is what the people need. So I like the energy on each panel was just like, oh yeah, we can talk about this. We can talk about that. Yep. I was on a call with Rick Reichert, Dan Bannister, and Ben Hadley. We were talking about customer lifecycle management. And look, the practical things that Rick and Dan are doing in the store, and then the way that Ben, with his just like way of phrasing sentences, came in and just overlaid what that intention and that heart set was and how that translates into revenue. Y'all gonna want to be there for that one. I know there's 2 other sessions at the same time. I'm just saying.
I know. What time is that one? When is that one?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's somewhere. Hey, if you haven't got your ASOTU CON tickets yet, you still can go. So it starts. It's the reception is a week from yesterday. The actual full programming starts a week from today, just south of BWI Airport. So we'll call it North Annapolis at the Live Casino Hotel. Amazing venue, amazing experience plan. And as Kyle was saying, amazing panels, hand curated. My panel prep call yesterday was with the CMO of Group 1, Kimberly Barta, the CEO of Stream Companies and Full Throttle, David Reen, and Aaron Sparks, the marketing director for Denoyer in Michigan. And I had the same thing. I had to shut everybody up because everybody was talking about how to keep this panel is about how to keep the human at the center of marketing strategy and execution with all the data inputs. And these are data-minded people and human-centric people. Started talking about the experience, how it all comes together, the marketer's role, and keeping it amazing. Okay, save it for the ring, everybody. And so, again, another one of the things that's coming. Also want to give a shout out to everybody that's been dropping in on the swag stores. Kyle had showed some of the swag, the custom shoelaces. If you come to ASOTU CON, you get a pair in your swag bag, but you can also buy them online. And over the last week, like Christian, David, Courtney, Mike, Jamie, John, people are like this over the last few days.
Everybody's already in.
Since we launched them, people are starting to go to the swag shop. You can go, if you go to shop.asotu.com, you can see the new releases, new bracelets, new laces. There's a couple other new configurations and drips coming up. Lots of different colorways. Trying to wear the purpose on your person, right? To remind you of the things that matter.
And that's a subtitle for wear the purpose on your person.
We'll do it. We'll do it.
That on the site and ship it.
Speaking of where, I think there are a couple people wearing their purpose on their person right now. Speaking of the strike.
UAW update.
Actually, all of those sounds
they work together. They work together. Okay, we are on day 5 today as the deadlock continues. UAW President Shawn Fain warns of an escalating strike against the Detroit Big Three, encompassing then General Motors, Ford, and Stellantis, unless significant progress is made by Friday. So they put a little line in the sand. Now, also a potential dual strike is being faced as Ford looks at a potential strike in Canada as well with Unifor. So Shawn Fain said, quote, if we don't make serious progress by noon on Friday, September 22nd, more locals will be called on to stand up and join the strike, indicated the expanded strike. Stellantis, in a statement, emphasized they're having a constructive discussion with UAW, highlighting their aim to, quote, find common ground to reach an agreement that provides a bridge to the future, especially as they are focused on solving issues around their assembly plant in Illinois and Belvidere, which has been inactive since February. So they took the plant down. A lot of conversations. Ford is also looking, as we mentioned, at the simultaneous strike potentially, as Canada could see 5,600 workers impacted and disrupt more U.S. operations, especially around the V8 engines that power, the really profitable trucks like the Ford Super Duties, the F-150s, and the Mustang. So, targeted strikes on the most profitable generators, it seems.
They're not messing around. And I have no doubt that we're going to get to Friday and we're going to see some targeted strikes. And I still think this is somewhere in that 3 to 4 week strike to get exactly what they're hoping for. I will say, I'm going to give the little, I'm going to try and pull in the little anecdotes, the little notes from the side that aren't in the stories. And I was scrolling LinkedIn, and 2 people that are owners or managers at Ford dealerships were on LinkedIn saying, hey, look, I remember in the past, strikes like this could have bankrupted the company. Yeah. And sent Ford into a frenzy trying to make sure and appease everyone. Yeah. But they're actually looking at Jim Farley saying he's taking a good approach to this. And if you look at the comments here saying, hey, look, we're looking to hedge against the future. There was also some play from Tesla we'll call it Elon Musk. That he ripped the little Tesla blue check mark yesterday from UAW, and then it got back and all that type of stuff. So there's just lots in the water over here.
He just couldn't stand not being in the news cycle for a day. He's like, watch this. Watch this. Dude, here we go. To see my name in the headlines. Need to see my name in the headlines before I can sleep well. Oh man.
Speaking of seeing your name in the headlines,
good one. Real good one. After Joe Biden weighed in on the strike last Friday, saying the big three didn't haven't appropriately shared profits with workers, now former President Donald Trump is planning on taking a crack at it too. Trump is planning on skipping the second Republican presidential debate. He already missed the first one on purpose to address union workers in Detroit on the same day as the debate, September 27th, to focus on the negative aspects of Biden's EV policy. So the speech to Detroit auto workers and blue-collar union members is part of his intensified campaign to reclaim the support of working-class voters who sided with Biden in 2020. And, while Biden has long been the champion of union support, some workers feel he hasn't confronted manufacturers over their large industry profits. Also about the EV incentives that they see as a disadvantage because there's a lot of EV uncertainty. So a lot of people getting a little tired of that. Trump aims to, obviously double down on the discontentment, asserting he will stand with union workers if reelected president. So if the strike's still going, that's 8 days from now.
Here's the thing. I don't not getting political on this at all, just recognizing that the big three manufacturers in the U.S. have a massive pull when it comes to political things, to the economy, to every news cycle. And that's definitely not going away as we make more presses toward battery technology and understanding what happens with unions and new portions of these businesses. So this is, if I had to guess, this is not the first time where we're going to see political parties fighting over the next year on what manufacturing and profitability looks like and how the government is engaging with it.
Automotive is in the news for sure.
It's in the news.
I don't know what else to say, but except speaking of Doc Martens.
Stop. Good way.
Let's just go bold.
let's just go right at it. So the London-based boot maker Dr. Martens, or Doc Martens as the popularity says, plans to launch, get this, a shoe repair service in Britain to boost its sustainability efforts, encouraging customers to prolong the lifespan of their footwear and introduce an additional source of income. So they're teaming up with a company called the Boot Repair Company in Leeds, which is a small city in England, to provide repairs. A full repair, such as a sole replacement, like a full replacement, is priced at £81 or around $100, compared to £169 for a brand new pair of 1460 model boots. You know, the ones that you just
the classics
with Doc Martens.
If you're a punk rocker,
which is about $210. So you're saving 50%. Reskinning or resoling, pardon me, your boots. CEO Kenny Wilson highlighted that while this might decrease new boot sales, it will foster customer loyalty in the long run. British introduction acts as a trial for a potential broader European rollout. Basically, they want to have the resale market contribute up to 10% of its revenue and launched a resale service as well on Depop last year, following brands like Zara and H&M, tapping into this resale trend because, and we talk about this a lot, younger customers are eco-friendly. They're looking to kind of have that vintage look and feel and keep things around and not just purchase net new. This is customer, going back to the panel on customer lifecycle management at ASOTU CON. This is quintessential that. And I will say, people that are all up into Doc Martens, like there's this thing about just having your pair, right? So I don't know.
The thing I love about this, first of all, a lot of people don't know, Kimberly Barta, the CMO of Group 1, was actually at one point in her career the global brand director for Doc Martens, believe it or not. Also, the global brand director for Sorel, the boot company. Like retail thinking in automotive, they're doing a great job of listening and adapting. And I think that dealers would be well served to listen to what Gen Z wants, what they care about, and adapt their offerings, or at least reframing service, reframing certified pre-owned, reframing this, keeping your vehicle longer, making it fresh. Even you think accessorizing, customizations, I think all of this has a valid place in culture, and whether that's your marketing message, in store, even in-store experience. So we love to talk about things where a brand reinvents a little bit because it's listening and paying attention. And we'll see, but I mean, it looks like they see also profit opportunity, right?
See,
because when you listen, you pay attention to culture and you give them what they want. Funny thing is, people want to give you money for it. We hope you have an amazing Tuesday. Look, if you haven't got your tickets or if you just want to see what's up, ASOTUCON.com. Have a great Tuesday. We will see you tomorrow.